Good morning, student. Myself, S.C. Kunde from Gokhale Education Society's DDC Bitco English Medium High School, Nasik Road. I am going to start your new lesson, that is measurement of matter. First topic, laws of chemical combination. Law of chemical combination. The composition of a substance changes during a chemical change. The fundamental experiment in this regard were performed by the scientists in the century 18th and 19th. While doing this, they measure accurately the substance use and form. The scientists Dalton, Thomson and Rutherford studied the structure of substances and the atom and thus discovered the law of chemical combination. Scientists could then write the molecular formulae of various compounds on the basis of Dalton's atomic theory. The law of conservation of mass states that matter cannot be created nor be destroyed in a chemical reaction. For example, when wood burns, the mass of the soot, ashes and the gases equals the original mass of the charcoal and the oxygen when it first reacted. In the above activity, the mass of the original matter and the mass of the matter newly formed as a result of the chemical change are equal. In 1785, the French scientist Antoine inferred from his research that there is no rise or drop in the weight of the matter during a chemical reaction. In a chemical reaction, the total weight of the reactant is same as the total weight of the product formed due to the chemical reaction. And this is called the law of conservation of matter. See in this diagram, two solutions are given, that is calcium chloride and sodium sulfate, CaCl2 and Na2SO4. Before reaction, they are weighing separately. Then also their weight is 300.23 gram. And after chemical reactions, their weight is same, that is 300.23 gram. This is the law of conservation of matter. That means the weight of the reactant is same as the total weight of the product formed due to the chemical reaction. Law of constant proportion. The law of constant proportion states that chemical compounds are made up of elements that are present in a fixed ratio by mass. For example, in a nitrogen dioxide NO2 molecule, the ratio of the number of nitrogen and oxygen atom is 1:2. But the mass ratio is 14:32 or 7:16. Law of constant proportion. In 1794, the French scientist J.L. Proust stated the law of constant proportions as the proportion by weight of the constituent elements in the various samples of a compound is fixed. Example, the proportion by weight of hydrogen and oxygen in water is 1:8. This means that 9 gram of water is formed by chemical combination of 1 gram of hydrogen and 8 gram of oxygen. Similarly, the proportion by weight of carbon dioxide, that is carbon and oxygen in carbon dioxide, is 3:8. For example, in 44 gram of carbon dioxide, there is 12 gram of carbon and 32 gram oxygen, so that the proportion by weight of carbon and oxygen is 3:8. Next topic is atom size, mass and valency. Atom means the smallest indivisible part of any matter is called atom. We have learned that at the center of an atom is the nucleus and that there are moving electrons in the extranuclear part. The electrons are negatively charged particles, while the elementary particles that make up the nucleus are positively charged protons and electrically neutral neutrons. The size of an atom is determined by its radius. The atomic radius of an isolated atom is the distance between the nucleus of an atom and its the outermost orbit. Atomic radius is expressed in nanometers. 1 nanometer is equals to 1 divided by 10 raised to 9 meters, or 1 meter is equals to 10 raised to 9 nanometer. Observe here some examples are given. Atomic radius in meters is given. The mass of an atom is concentrated in its nucleus and it is due to the proton and neutron in it. The number of proton and neutron in the atomic nucleus is called the atomic mass number. Proton and neutrons are together called nucleons. An atom is very tiny. Then how do we determine its mass? Scientists to struggle with this question. It was not possible for scientists of the 19th century to measure atomic mass accurately. Therefore, the concept of relative mass of an atom was put forth. The hydrogen atom, being the lightest, was initially chosen as a reference atom. The relative mass of a hydrogen atom, which has only one proton in its nucleus, was accepted as 1. The magnitude of the relative atomic masses of various atoms become equal to their atomic mass number, that is proton plus neutron. Let us see how to express the relative mass of a nitrogen atom having accepted the relative atomic mass of hydrogen as 1. The mass of one nitrogen atom is 14 times that of a hydrogen atom, because hydrogen atom having mass only 1. Therefore, the relative mass of a nitrogen atom is 14. This is how the relative atomic masses of various elements were determined. On this scale, the relative atomic masses of many elements came out to be fractional. Therefore, in the course of time, different atoms were chosen as reference atom. Finally, in 1961, the carbon atom was selected as the reference atom. In this scale, the relative mass a carbon atom was accepted as 12. The relative atomic mass of one hydrogen atom compared to the carbon atom becomes 12 into 1 divided by 12, that is 1. The mass of one proton and of one neutron on the scale of relative atomic masses is approximately 1. Chemical symbols of elements. Dalton used certain sign represent element. For example, the circle in dot, that is for hydrogen, then C for copper, Today we use the symbol determined by IUPAC nomenclature, that is the International Union of Pure and Applied Chemistry. These are official names and symbols and are used all over the world. The current method of choosing chemical symbol is based on the method invented by Berzelius.